Hey everybody, Dan Rawitz here with your daily market update and trade recap. Strange day, good day. Um, I made money. I had one loss, so not too bad. I'm on this side, Lee's on this side. This is our new trade report, which, by the way, you can all have a link to if you want, and you can look at any day you want, any week you want, any month. It's a pretty cool little dashboard we built. But so I've selected only June 13th. So those are the results you're going to see. Um, so I had 7 trades, 6 wins, 1 loss, and I made $40 a contract. You can see that there. I actually beat Lee, which is not normal. And it comes down to this. He had 2 losses. I had one. Like I said, it was a weird day. But again, we made money. If we can make money on these weird days, that's what it's all about. So there's the respective win rates. Um, and here again. And then this breaks down the earnings. And this shows you, again, I made $40 a contract. And if you're trading 25 contracts, that'd be $1,000. I trade 40. So that was I trade 40 and made 40, so that was $1,600. Um, so that's that, and then we could look at the overview. So this is cool. This goes back 600 trades. Out of 600 trades, we've won 534 for an 87.8% win rate. And then these little squigglies just tell you our win loss total by date, and then this gives you by trader. And then this gives you earnings by trader. And today's overview, this is kind of Lee and I combined. That was the stats. And then yesterday, same. So you can see our win rate's been a little bit lower the last few days. And I think it's really because we have this Fed announcement coming and the CPI and PPI. It's all causing some just odd behavior in the market. And then here's your last 7 days and this month. So not bad. 110 wins, 16 losses. And again, you can look at this however you want by trader, win loss, all that good stuff. Okay, so today the market rallied pretty nicely. We had this GEX level down here, this green shading. This was dealer hedging, and once the market dealt with that, got comfortable, climbed above it, we ran right up to these dark pools. And now there's some big ones. One of these is 655 million. This line right across here at 436.60, that's over $1 billion of dark pools right there. And then at 436.40, you have another 200 million. So all kinds of stuff here. And the market got stuck. A lot of its day got kind of hung up in these dark pool areas. You can see at one point it gave it up, just failed, came right down to the GEX level, which is almost always what's going to happen, right back up to the dark pool level. So tomorrow, hard to say, but I do think you have pretty good exposure down here to 435 at some point. So that's maybe $1.50 or so of the S&P. Okay, I'm not gonna like go as deep as I was. The videos were just getting way too long, and hopefully this gives you enough. If not, let me know. And then our time cycle data, beautiful. The Dow straight up. Remember, this is the intermediate trend of the market. The white is a long trend, yellow is a short trend. This is all looks really good. And by the way, if you want to know how accurate this is, this does not. This has nothing to do with price. This is just time cycles. And you can see this turned up at about June 1st. And when we look at let's just do it real quick. If you look at the chart, let me drag this over here. And you go to June 1st, you will see it's right here where I made my check mark. The time cycles nailed it. When they turned up, the market turned up. The same is true for the NASDAQ and the same is true for the Dow. Although this was the SPY, sorry. Same thing though. You can see the SPY turned up on June 1st. If I go back to the time cycle data for SPY, This here is June 1st. Same thing with the NASDAQ. When this started turning up way back in March, the NASDAQ kind of started this run. And then the predictive nature here is showing that you got more to run here. You might see a peak into the end of the week, but the NASDAQ, no sign of a peak, just keeps on running. And the hourly time cycle projections look equally as good. It shows a peak coming in sometime next week, and the SPY as well. And then last but not least, talk about getting it right, the big money people. So if you look at big money on May 31st, that's when the market turned up. Well, I just showed you what May 31st looked like. It's exactly when the market turned up. So as the big money goes, so goes the market. And I think these two things that I'm just showing you are things you're not going to see many other places. And I think that the uniqueness is how do I say this? It's very helpful. It's very unique and helpful data. And then you have here the green is buying, the red is selling. And sure enough, on June 1st was the last day we really saw selling on the SPY. And that's when the big money started buying, and that's when price started running. So if you trusted this, you certainly would have gone long based on this on June 2nd. You certainly would have gone long based on these time cycles around June 2nd, June 1st. Very reliable data. Okay, now let's do a quick trade review. As always, I like to go through every trade that I took on any day. I'm going to use the 1 minute chart because that's what we trade. Let's do that. Let's go all the way to the beginning. I showed you the log, so you can look at that link and you can look at every trade that we took today. And then I always go through and mark these before this recording. Okay, so the first trade I took was 9 a.m. I came in at 9 a.m. So Lee has a 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. We take an hour off. Then I come in from 9 to noon. Well, actually, Lee and I for the most part. Sometimes just me. And so you had your bear signal. And remember, you have to clear the dot. And the dot is right here. So it did clear here, but the chop didn't drop. It really cleared here, but the chop didn't drop. Boom, the chop index dropped. That's where you know you've got this big momentum in and out the same candle. Nice little gain. Then the next trade was at 9:42. Same idea. We got the bull signal. So there's no there's no dots here. So you've got to clear these wicks, which are here. And you can see that it was this candle that confirmed. I didn't like the chop index at that point. The next candle, the chop came down a little bit more and I liked it. And we were in and out of that, a couple of candles. It wasn't the best trade because chop index didn't drop all that much, but it was a win and it never had a drawdown. And that's what I love for. Then we got this other signal the signal triggered at 9:56. Remember, we always wait for confirmation. We don't just jump on the signals. We either need to clear the dot or clear the line. Here's the line. And that broke here. Didn't like the chop. Stayed here. Didn't like the chop. Here, I liked the chop. I don't remember why I didn't jump right in here. You know what? I didn't like the chop. I was waiting for a much bigger drop, and I got it right here. That's what you look for. In and out, 1 or 2 candles. Remember, that's how we scalp. $5, $6, $7, $8, $10 per contract per trade. That's all we need. Do that a few times a day, and you make 1,000 a day or more, depending on how much you're trading. Then at a loss, and this is one of those, they just happen. And I can't even beat myself up. I was mad because I don't like losing. But so same thing. We were in the trade and there seemed to be some momentum. The only way I'll ever go in is when this price stalls out. See how it did here? 1, 2, 3 candles stall. And then I look for the break and I look for the drop and chop. You know what? In hindsight, wait a minute. Is this where I went in? Sorry, what is this one? Oh, so this was the trade that won. This was the trade I went in on. I'm sorry. It does make sense. So we broke through here. We confirmed with this candle here after it broke this stall out. The chop index was too high. The next candle, the chop dropped beautifully. These are normally really good trades. Now we were profitable for some matter of seconds, and a lot of our members actually did make money. But for me, the very next candle, um, it reversed. We had one candle appear to take profits, then it reversed, and I jumped out mid candle. It would have been a lot worse if I stayed with it. A lot of times when we get these signals with our system, that's these pink arrows. If you ignore them, oftentimes you're really going to get punished. So we try not to ignore them. And then we had this other trade at 10:57. You can see the bear signal right here. There are no dots, so we just have to clear these wicks, and actually this dashed line works. And it confirmed here. Huge drop and chop. Don't exactly know why I didn't jump in there, but still, this was still beautiful. In and out, one candle, great profit. And then another trade came along at 10:11. Same idea. We got the bear signal up here. No dots again, so we got to clear this dash line. And it confirmed here, but the no chop drop. Then boom, look at that chop drop. That's what we love. In and out, one candle. Pretty big gain here. This one was, I think, $16 a contract, and this one was $23 a contract. It's $1,000 trade in less than 1 minute. It's about 40 seconds, actually. Then that was the last trade of the day. No, there's one more after this. 11:28 got in. You can see the bear signal occurred here. Here's your dot. Cleared the dot. The trade confirmed here. I waited one more candle just for some confirmation, but got it. And when this chop dropped, that was a no-brainer. You almost couldn't close this without a big profit. It happened so fast. 23 or 24 bucks a contract in about 40 seconds. And then last but not least, here. So your bear signal triggered way up here. There are no dots again. So we have to clear this line here, which is also the same as saying these wicks. And kind of surprised I took this one. We had a small drop in chop. It did confirm here. And then I got out 2 or 3 candles later. This was like $5 a contract. It doesn't look like it would have been. This is not normally a Dan trade, but I'll tell you a secret. I traded today's contract, and I think I paid 30 cents or $30 a contract, and I made 5 in 2 or 3 minutes. So my risk was actually quite small. That's it. If you have any questions, reach out, Dan at universityofoptions.com. If you ever would like to watch us come trade, you're always welcome. You can go to dolikedan.com/free pass or drop me a line, Dan at universityofoptions.com. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.